What does it take to grow up as a lion when every day something out there is trying to kill you? Out here on the open African plains, there are no second chances, no hospitals, no fences, no safety nets. Only teeth, claws, hunger, and family. In the fading light of evening, a young lioness crouches low in the grass. Her ribs show under her skin. The pride has not eaten well in days. Ahead of her, a herd of zebra grazes, nervous but unaware. She is the one in front. Tonight, the pride is counting on her. If she fails, the cubs will go hungry. If she makes a mistake, a kick from a zebra can crush her skull. This is her life now. But she did not start as a hunter. She started as a tiny ball of fur, blind, helpless, and completely dependent. This is her story, the rise of a young lioness, a story of family, power, and survival. Her name is Suri.
When Suri is born, the world is nothing but warmth and smell. She feels her mother's rough tongue cleaning her. She feels the press of her brothers and sisters against her side. She hears deep rumbles, her mother's purr, a promise that for now she is safe. The den is hidden, tucked into a thicket, away from watchful eyes. Hyenas, leopards, even strange male lions would kill a tiny cub if they found it, so her mother keeps the litter secret for weeks. Outside, the pride waits. A pride is more than a group of lions. It is a family, a kingdom, a fragile empire. There are the adult females, sisters, mothers, aunts, cousins. They have grown up together. They hunt together. They raise their cubs together. They are the heart of the pride. And then there are the males. Two large males guard this territory. Scars cross their faces. Their manes are thick and dark. They are brothers, a coalition. Together, they have fought for this land, for these females, for the right to mate and to feed first. Their roar rolls across the plains like thunder. It is a warning. This place is taken. One wrong roar from a stranger, and blood will follow. Weeks later, Suri blinks into the light for the first time. Her mother carries her gently by the scruff of her neck to meet the pride. The world is huge, bright, full of strange shapes and smells. An older lioness leans in and sniffs her. These are not strangers, they are family. Soon, Suri learns the first rule of lion life: stay close. When the pride rests, she is in the middle. When they move, she stumbles along between huge paws and heavy tails. If danger comes, the adults will form a wall of fur and muscle around the cubs. But there is another rule, stronger than all the rest. The pride must feed. And for that, Suri must learn what it means to be a hunter. At first, hunting looks like a game. Suri pounces on her brother's tail. She wrestles with her sister, batting at ears, biting gently. They leap at grasshoppers, stalk butterflies, attack her mother's tail as it flicks in the dust. It looks like play, but the lessons are real. Each jump builds muscle. Each bite trains jaws. Each sneaky step through the grass trains her to be silent, to be patient, to read the body language of others. The adult females watch. Sometimes they join in, rolling onto their backs, pretending to lose to the cubs, letting them climb and scratch and chew. Suri's mother is not just protecting her. She is training her, shaping her, preparing her for a world where only the skilled survive. One evening, Suri follows the pride to the edge of a clearing. The females drop low, bodies pressed to the ground, tails flat. Suri does the same, copying them, not really knowing why. Ahead, a herd of impala, slim, fast, perfect prey. For lions, this is life or death. For Suri, it is her first real lesson. The line of lionesses begins to move, slow, silent, each paw placed carefully. Suri's heart beats faster. She feels the tension in the air. She does not understand every detail, but she knows something important is about to happen. A misstep. The wind shifts. An impala lifts its head, ears twitching. In an instant, the herd explodes into motion. Dust, hooves, the crack of branches. The lionesses burst from the grass, powerful and fast. But this time they are too far. The impala are gone. Suri watches her mother slow down, sides heaving, empty jaws snapping at air. The pride comes together again, breathing hard. There is no victory, no food, only lessons. Not every hunt ends with a meal. Out here, most don't. Days like this mean empty bellies. They mean weakness. They mean danger. That night, the pride lies under a sky full of stars, stomachs hollow. Suri presses against her mother, trying to suckle. But milk is harder to make when the mother is hungry. Hunger is another teacher. It whispers in Suri's bones, get stronger, learn faster, or die. As Suri grows, her soft cub's fur begins to change. Her paws get bigger, her legs longer. She is no longer the tiny one in the middle. She runs with the others now. The pride shifts too. One of the older lionesses limps after a kick from a buffalo. Another has lost most of her teeth. Chewing is hard now. Bit by bit, the weight of the future moves to the younger females, to lions like Suri. She is not the strongest, not yet. She is not the oldest, but she is fast, she is curious, and she pays attention. On a cool morning, the pride moves toward a waterhole. Suri pads beside her sister, ears pricked. The air smells different here, heavy, full of life and trouble. At the water's edge, wildebeest drink, but they are not alone. Hyenas, a whole clan. They watch the lions with cold, round eyes. They laugh that strange, high laugh that sounds like madness. Hyenas are not just scavengers. They are powerful hunters. They can crack bones with their jaws. They outnumber the lions, and they are not afraid. Suri stays behind her mother's legs, her tail low. The tension thick. Any small move can light the spark. A hyena steps forward, testing them. Another circles to the side, looking for weakness. The lionesses fan out, shoulders hunched, heads low. They don't roar, they don't waste sound. All the power is in their stares, in their steady walk forward. For a moment, no one moves. Then, in a sudden rush, the lions charge. Dust explodes, hyenas scatter, teeth flash, claws rake. A hyena screams as a lioness swipes at its head. Suri runs as fast as she can, but she is small. She sees only flashes of fur and dirt and fear. Then, as quickly as it began, it ends. The hyenas retreat, snapping and cackling from a distance. The lions hold the waterhole. For Suri, the lesson is clear. Power is not just about size. It is about unity, about standing together when it matters. Without the females, without their courage, the pride would lose this place. Without territory, they would lose everything. Time passes. Seasons change. The grass turns from green to gold to brown. Storm clouds build, then vanish.
Rivers rise, then shrink to muddy lines in the dust. Suri is no longer a cub. Her face is sharper. Her body is lean, all muscle and movement. The playful games of her childhood are gone. Now, when she crouches in the grass, it is for real. On a late afternoon hunt, the pride finds a herd of zebra. This time, Suri is not in the middle of the line. She is on the far side, circling around, just like she has watched her aunts do 100 times. They are trying to set a trap. One group of lionesses will push the herd toward a hidden danger, the second group waiting in silence. Suri's job is simple and deadly. Stay hidden, stay patient, strike at the right moment. Her heart races as the plan unfolds. The first lionesses push forward, just close enough to make the zebras nervous. The herd shifts, they turn, they run, right towards Suri. She holds her breath. Hooves thunder past, black and white stripes flash inches from her eyes. Then she sees her chance. A young zebra, just a little slower than the rest, stumbles over uneven ground. Suri explodes from the grass. For the first time in her life, she feels what it means to hit full speed. The world blurs, wind roars in her ears, her claws dig into the earth. She slams into the zebra's side. They tumble in a blur of legs and dust. She locks her jaws around its throat, her body screaming with effort. For a moment, the zebra fights on. Then, suddenly, it stops. Silence. The other lionesses arrive. One grips the zebra's hindquarters, another pins its legs. Suri keeps her hold until the last twitch fades. Only then does she let go. This is it, her first real kill. The pride feeds. They tear at the carcass, red or golden fur. The adult males move in, claiming the best parts with a snarl. The lionesses wait their turn. Then the cubs creep in from the sides. Suri eats with a new feeling burning in her chest. She is no longer just a mouth to feed. She is a provider, a hunter. For the first time, she has brought life to her family by taking life from another. With that, her place in the pride begins to change. On the next hunt, the others look to her. They trust her speed, her nerve. She starts to move into the front of the stalk, not the back. But with power comes danger. One evening, dark clouds crowd the sky. The air is heavy, the wind is hot. The pride is on the move, following the scent of buffalo. Buffalo are not like impala or zebra. They are huge. A single horn can tear open a lion's belly. A stump can break a spine. But a grown buffalo can feed a pride for days. It is worth the risk. The lionesses fan out around the herd. Suri slips low, her muscles tight, her eyes fixed on a calf near the edge. Before they can strike, an old bull senses something. He lifts his head, snorts. In seconds, the peaceful herd becomes a wall of black bodies and swinging horns. The lions charge anyway. Suri keeps low, going for the calf. She almost reaches it when a shadow looms over her. The bull. He swings his head, horns like blades. Suri jumps back as the ground explodes where she stood a heartbeat ago. All around her, chaos. Aunties scream, cubs cry. One lioness goes down under a storm of hooves, rolling, twisting, trying to avoid the killing blow. Suri wants to help. Every part of her screams to stay, to fight, to protect. But her mother roars, a deep, harsh sound, calling the pride off. They scatter. The hunt is over. In the dust behind them, a lioness does not get up. The pride gathers at a distance, chests heaving, eyes fixed on the lifeless body near the herd. It cannot go back for her. The buffalo guard her. The price for food today is death. For Suri, this is a new kind of fear. She has seen hunger, she has seen hyenas flee, but now she has seen something else, that even the strongest lioness can fall. The pride will go on, the hunts will continue, but one voice will be missing. One body will not rise at the next roar. Out here, grief cannot last long. The sky changes again. This time, the clouds do not bring rain. Day after day, the sun burns, the rivers shrink, the grass fades to dead, brittle straw. The dry season has come in full force. Prey becomes harder to find. The herds move far away, searching for water. Each mile the lions walk burns energy. Each failed hunt hurts a little more. Suri's ribs show again. The cubs' bellies swell from hunger, not food. The old lioness with the bad leg limps slower and slower. And as the land grows weaker, another danger arrives. At night, the roar of a stranger rolls across the plains. Not one roar, several, deep, confident, getting closer. Suri's pride males answer, but their roars are not as strong as they once were. They are getting older. Their fights have taken their toll. Rival males have been watching, smelling, waiting for a moment like this. A pride is power, and where there is power, there will always be someone who wants to take it. One dawn, as the sky turns pale, the challenge comes. 3 dark-maned males appear on the horizon, walking with slow, fearless steps. They are younger, heavier, hungry for a kingdom. Suri stands beside her mother as the males meet. There is no time for doubt, no time for mercy. The air fills with sound, roars that shake the ground, growls that vibrate in Suri's chest. The males circle each other, tails lashing. Then they clash. Teeth sink into flesh, claws rake over eyes and shoulders. The ground turns to a blur of golden bodies and flying dust. Suri wants to run, but if these newcomers win, they will do more than take the land. They will kill any cubs that are not theirs. To them, the pride's young are not family, they are obstacles. Suri and the other females join the fight. They hurl themselves at the invaders, teeth snapping at flanks, at legs. A lioness is not as big as a male, but several together can turn the tide of a battle, or die trying. Suri darts in, bites the back leg of a stranger, then jumps away as he turns on her. Another lioness slams into his side, but it is not enough. One of their old males stumbles, blood darkens his mane. He falls, struggling to stand, then goes still under a crush of bodies. The other brother, seeing this, makes a choice. He turns and runs. The battle is over. The new males stand, sides torn, manes clotted with blood, but still upright. They roar, longer and louder than before. The sound is a declaration. This pride is ours now. The lionesses know what comes next. They form a barrier around the cubs, hissing, snarling, swiping at the males who come too close. The new kings push in, testing, snapping. Sometimes females can protect their young, sometimes they cannot. Suri watches as one small cub, too curious, too slow, strays from the circle. One of the males pounces. Her mother leaps in with a scream, but she is too late. In moments, the cub's world ends. For Suri, something breaks. Fear mixes with rage, with a cold understanding. In this world, power does not care about fairness. It only cares about survival and bloodlines. Days later, the pride is silent.
They move like ghosts, eyes dull, bodies thin. But slowly, as the new males settle in, life steadies again. They patrol the borders, they roar into the night, they drive off strange lions and lurking hyenas. The pride is under new rule, but it is safer again. And now, with the old cubs gone, the lionesses come into heat. Nature is cruel, nature is simple. Life is pushed forward, whether hearts are ready or not. Suri is in her prime now. Her body is strong, her hunts are sharp, her scent calls to the new males. Soon, she is carrying new life inside her. When the time comes, she slips away from the pride, just as her mother once did. She finds a secret place in a thick patch of bushes, away from vultures, away from eyes that watch and judge. There, in the quiet, she gives birth. Tiny cubs, wet and blind, mule and crawl over each other. She licks them one by one, humming with a deep, steady purr. She has known hunger. She has known fear. She has watched death walk through her family. But in this small, hidden den, there is only one thing that matters. These lives, these fragile, warm bodies, her new world. Days pass. She carries each cub in her jaws when she moves them to a safer place. She barely eats, leaving them for short moments to grab what food she can. Every sound puts her on edge. Every shadow could hide danger. One afternoon, the distant cackle of hyenas drifts across the wind. Suri freezes, ears high, eyes hard. She positions herself between the sound and the den. Her body is a wall of fur and muscle and fury. If they find her cubs, she will fight until she cannot stand. This is what family means out here. Not soft words, not promises, but teeth bared in the face of fear. When the cubs are strong enough, Suri carries them back to the pride. Her mother is still there, older now, her muzzle touched with white. She leans in and sniffs her grandchildren. Around them, aunts and cousins greet the new arrivals, grooming, touching, accepting. The circle closes again. Not all cubs will live. Not all hunts will succeed. Drought will come back. Rivals will arrive again one day. But for now, in this moment, as the sun sinks and the sky burns gold and red, the pride rests together. Suri lies with her cubs pressed to her side. Her mother lies beside her. The new males watch from a distance, their silhouettes dark against the light. A warm wind moves through the grass. This is the same land where Suri once stumbled as a helpless cub, the same land where she learned to stalk, to fight, to lose, to win, the same land where she watched death take those she loved. Now, she is the one in front on the hunts. She is the one whose choices can mean food or hunger, safety or danger. The pride's future runs through her veins and through the small bodies breathing softly against her. Out here, there is no crown, no throne, no ceremony. But make no mistake, this is what power looks like in the wild. Not a loud roar at sunset, but the quiet strength of a lioness who gets up again and again, no matter how many times the world tries to knock her down. The rise of Suri
is not the story of a fearless lion. It is the story of a lioness who feels fear every single day and survives anyway. Tomorrow, the struggle will return. The hunts, the rival eyes watching from the shadows, the harsh sun and the empty plains. But tonight, for a few short hours, the kings of this land are not the big males with their heavy manes. Tonight, the true power lies here, in the heart of a young lioness and in the tiny cub pressed against her chest, dreaming of a world it does not yet understand. The future of the pride begins again.